The emotional abuse that I've endured on Facebook is ungodly fucking evil. Now, there was no number to call Facebook to try to get something done, to try to explain what the hell's going on. The cops ask for something and a judge gives it to them. It's that easy. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. They don't give a fuck. We're homeless people. Homeless people don't fucking matter to any of you. It don't matter to Zuckerberg either. It's 1:19 in the morning. I don't remember the last time I slept. So we're going to call this number here. There's probably nobody there. It's 1:20 in the fucking morning. A lot of these people who did harmful things to me, you know, they may not have done it on purpose. I mean, Shannon Alvarado was a fucking drunk. Ryan Ingersoll is a fucking drunk. But that's not what matters here. We got all these programs to help out junkies. But we have no programs to help their fucking victims. I'm sorry, you got to give me a moment. I'm overwhelmed. I'm also going to read it out loud. It's a public number. Public listing. So let's try it. One 650 853 1330. Palo Alto. Hello? Hello?
Who's speaking?
Hello, my name is Sean. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second.
Why are you calling so late at night?
Well, I don't sleep much. I've been having problems with Facebook for about 5 years. And until now, you guys didn't have a phone number that I could call. I literally just found it. That's strange. She ended the call. Or maybe my phone broke. I don't know. Hello? My name is Sean. That sounded like a telemarketer from Bangladesh, not somebody from Palo Alto, California. It says you can reach out to the headquarters of Facebook on the number 1-650-853-1300. Email if you require any information or if you want to file a complaint, then you can email them at blah 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 fucking blah. Oh shit! That poor fucking lady. No wonder she hung up. I called that poor lady twice. The 1:24 a.m. here. I don't know what time it is there. It was off by one number. That poor lady. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. All right. It's 1300. And please don't call that poor lady.
Hello. For Facebook, press 1. For Instagram, press 2. For Oculus.
Thank you for calling Facebook. For customer support, press 1. For law enforcement, press 2. For business development and advertising, press 3. For marketing, press 4. For press inquiries, press 5. For employment verification, press 6. For all other inquiries, press 9. Thank you for calling Facebook. We are sorry that we are unable to answer your phone call at this time. For most situations, we are unable to provide phone support, but we invite you to visit our online help center, where for most issues, you can find answers or online contact forms to reach us. To find a help center, please visit facebook.com/help or click the help link at the bottom of any Facebook page. You can access the help center even if you don't have a Facebook account. To learn more about the policies that govern our relationships with users and others who interact with Facebook, please review our terms page, which can be found at facebook.com/policy.
I'm trying not
You
to
may
get
also
pressed,
find
but
it
I really
useful
am. I'm
to
trying,
consult our
okay?
community standards,
I'm trying.
available at
I did it.
facebook.com/community
Okay, okay, I'm happy, okay, I'm happy, I'm happy, okay, I'm happy, I'm happy, okay,
For
I'm
example,
happy.
pornography, hate speech, or harassment, please press 1. To report the account of a deceased friend or family member, please press 2. To report that your account has been hacked, hijacked, or that someone you know has had their account hacked, please press 3.
I'm trying, I am trying so hard.
You or somebody that you might know, please press 4. For issues concerning Facebook credit or billing, please press 5. To report issues related to intellectual property, please
You
press
don't
6.
like it when I'm sad.
For issues concerning advertising on Facebook, please press 7. Our online resources are the fastest and most effective way to have answers to your questions or to bring an issue to Facebook's attention. Our help center is full of information and links to contact forms that will put you in touch with Facebook representatives who can help you. If you still can't find the help that you need after visiting our help center, you may leave a message on the corporate voicemail. Due to the large volume of voicemails we receive, we are unable to return most calls, so we urge you to visit our help center first. If you do leave a voicemail, please provide an email address where you can be reached. Spell it out so we can get it right. Also, tell us your full name and a complete description of your issue. We'll use your email address to identify your Facebook account. So if you're using a different email address to log in, please give us that email address as well. If we can't find your account, we may not be able to process your request. So please, spell everything out and repeat it carefully. If your issue concerns content that other people have posted on Facebook, please tell us how to locate the content by providing its web address. Also the known URL. We won't be able to help you unless we can find your content. There's a lot of content on Facebook, so be as specific as possible. Thank you again for contacting Facebook. For additional assistance, please visit facebook.com/help or leave a message. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3. To re-record it, 4. To add to it, 5. To discard it, 6. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3. To re-record it, 4. To add to it, 5. To discard it, 6. If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now. Goodbye.
You don't like it when I'm sad. I try not to be sad. I try not to be sad because I don't want the dog to be upset. You don't have. He don't mind if I'm angry. He doesn't want me to be sad. Uh, uh, there's still body cam evidence of some of the crimes that were committed against me. We can get those, but we got to get somebody fucking to put a hold on them, because god damn it, I can't do this myself. I need help. I'm jumping through all these hoops to fucking get help. Predators got their own terminology. They got their own bullshit that they tell you to justify the horrible things that they do. You just need to be a man. You just need to get a job. Those aren't the worst ones. One of the worst things that you can do when somebody is telling you about their abuse is dismiss them. Before Natalie was killed, every single person that I went to for help dismissed me outright. None of them even bothered to hear what I was saying. They were too busy giving advice. If you have no goddamn clue what's going on, don't give advice, you piece of shit. Telling somebody to be the bigger man If you have ever said that to somebody else, you are a piece of shit. That's rape speak, for you better let it happen. Be the bigger man? Really? So basically, being subservient to your abuser. These are some of the most destructive things that you can say to people. And you think it's helping. It's not. Somebody comes to you about their abuser and you dismiss them outright. You need to man up. You need to be the bigger man. You got to take care of it yourself. Natalie didn't take care of a goddamn thing herself. Not a goddamn thing. She spread rumors because she was embarrassed. And other people did the dirty work for her. They didn't bother to find out if it was true or not. They just made my life a living hell. Meanwhile, these places that claim that they did a goddamn investigation, how many of them actually looked at the fucking evidence? None! How can you have a fucking investigation without the fucking evidence? Guess where I was when Amanda Jones, or sorry, not Amanda Jones, Sergeant Jones. Sometimes I get Sergeant Jones and Amanda Jonas mixed up just because they're both officers and their names are pretty close to each other. Sergeant Jones, according to State Trooper William Burr, not to be confused with William Barr. I know you guys hear both of those names out of me, and some of you might not notice the difference, that their names are off by one letter. William Barr was a former Denver police officer. Actually, I think he was a former Denver County Sheriff's deputy. But according to him, he lost his job because he told on a coworker of his who was stalking a woman. Now, I told every single one of these people, don't tell me anything that you're not willing to tell the police. And if the police won't listen, I will go public. I meant it. If you tell me that you can't tell the truth because you got cancer, you know, there's what the cops wrote down versus your fucking excuse. The least you could fucking do is tell the fucking truth. If you can't help me because you got cancer, it's not my fault that you got cancer. It is your fault that you didn't speak up. And the cops got to add whatever narrative they wanted because you were a piece of shit. You want to say it's not okay to call somebody with cancer a piece of shit? You want to pretend that? I'm gonna let you know. I've known plenty of horrible people that died of cancer. Plenty of good ones too. How can these people in places investigate without the evidence, without the witness? I had to find a safe place to sit down, go through evidence, and actually be able to make my reports and send the evidence. But Sheriff Scott DaCosta and his slander, Leslie Snell and her slander, Robert Warnick and his slander. Meanwhile, the evidence shows that I was telling the truth, but well, they didn't bother to collect any evidence. See, that's the problem with having to go to a sheriff's department with a sheriff that you're trying to turn in. All of these people made every excuse not to do their jobs, just like I told you that they would if it was just me. I'm going to tell you a big secret. That child molester that I post up about that assaulted me and threatened my life repeatedly. You know, I always liked him. I always liked him. He was always friendly until the day he come out into the street and threatened to fucking kill me over Nicole McIntosh. That's Rihanna's sister. You know Rihanna, the one who's fucking dead. I saw Nikki the other day in Pumpkin Pantry. She glared at me like I was the devil. No, Nikki. You're the devil. You're the villain between you and I. When you needed help, I showed up. When your sister needed help, I showed up. When I needed help, you treated me like shit and threw me away like garbage. You know, Nicole McIntosh, I'm going to tell you something. Not that you're ever going to watch this fucking video. Being assaulted by your ex because he had some crazy fucking nut job thing in his head saying that it's okay. The guy assaulted me because he claimed that he had heard a rumor. You know what that rumor is, Nikki? He heard a rumor that I was going to kill him for you. How fucking stupid is that? He threatened to kill me in the middle of the street. Threatened to shoot me in the head. You had a baby with this son of a bitch knowing that he was a registered sex offender. Knowing that he fucks little girls. How old were you when you hooked up with him? 17? 16? I don't know. I never paid attention to who you were fucking because I didn't care. Let's try calling Facebook again. That dog was being a dick. Well, that call was 17 minutes and 58 seconds long. I thought it had hung up. we'll try this again and actually listen to the options.
Hello. For Facebook, press 1. For Instagram, press 2. For Oculus, press 3. For WhatsApp.
Thank you for calling Facebook. For customer support, press 1. For law enforcement, press 2. For business development and advertising, thank you for calling Facebook. We are sorry that we are unable to answer your phone call at this time. For most situations, we are unable to provide phone support, but we invite you to visit our online help center, where for most issues, you can find answers or online contact forms to reach us. To find a help center, please visit facebook.com/help or click the help link at the bottom of any Facebook page. You can access the help center even if you don't have a Facebook account. To learn more about the policies that govern our relationships with users and others who interact with Facebook, please review our terms page, which can be found at facebook.com/policy. You may also find it useful to consult our community standards, available at facebook.com/community standards. To report abusive or inappropriate content that violates Facebook's policies, for example, pornography, hate speech, or harassment, please press 1. To report the account of a deceased friend or family member, to report abusive or inappropriate content that violates Facebook policies, for example, harassment, hate speech, or pornography, please use the report links found throughout the site. You can report a particular piece of content by clicking the report link nearest to it. In cases of bullying or harassment, you may want to block the person who is harassing you. If you feel that you are in danger, please contact local law enforcement immediately. To hear this again, press 1, or to go back to the main menu.
I did contact local law enforcement. I got abused for it. All these places I'm supposed to go to for help. Well, none of them actually help. They all send me on to somebody else and say it's not their job. Fucking pieces of shit. Something went wrong. Please try again, it says. I do hold the entire city of Boulder responsible for the deaths of over 300 homeless people that I personally knew. Over 300. Why do I hold the city of Boulder responsible? Because there isn't a single person in that city that's not aware of how the homeless people are treated. If something went wrong, please try again. These people didn't understand because they all have support networks and immediate families. That protects them from having these things happen to them to begin with. Now, that's no guarantee that these things won't happen to you, but it's a drastic and dramatic difference. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Keeps popping up on my Facebook. If I'm able to get to that lady's house, she's going to help me. What are the chances of me making it there safely? If I take all of my evidence, they can do what they've done time and again. They can throw it away, they can destroy it, they can erase it, they can do whatever they want to it. So I'm going to pay this lady. I'm going to end up having to pay her almost everything I got, but it's worth it. She's a witness to the shit that I've been through. And when we start going through my computers and start going through the stuff on the internet, hopefully I'll have someone that's actually there to help. And with this lady's history, I do have some concerns, but lack of options, you know. Plus, she's one of the people I helped to rescue after Natalie was killed. She's someone I've known for a lot of years. A lot of these people that are no longer friends with me, they asked me who they're supposed to talk to. I don't know. How can I know when they keep changing it? When they say I got to call the Nebraska State Patrol and the Nebraska State Patrol says it's not their job. It's always someone else's job. The reason they trump up charges on me is because then they can prevent me from turning them in. They can pretend I'm only saying those things because I don't want to get in trouble. I tell you what, I was tortured mercilessly in prison, and I wasn't even convicted of a crime. I'm willing to go back to see that these predators are behind bars. I'm willing to spend the rest of my life in a prison cell in order to get these child molesters off the streets. But I'm not willing to kill them. All of my rights were denied and have been denied and will continue to be denied until you are pissed off about the fact that I have been abused so greatly. Not sure how many of y'all noticed in the chat that the trolls basically own the place. Once in a while, I get people who are being supportive, but if you look at my videos, there are people who don't bother to actually listen or watch any of my videos. They just hate them automatically. They hit the dislike button. Sometimes I can even tell when they're on because it's been all day long and there's no dislikes, and then all of a sudden there's 2 of them. Now you guys have gotten to see how many accounts that Rich Life of has created. He was using 3 of them at once the other day. Maybe 4. When men need help, you blow them off. When women need help, you help them immediately. Even if they don't need help, you offer it up, especially if she's pretty. As a result, women feel that they are entitled to it. They are entitled to that special treatment, that preferential treatment, that assumption that they're made of sugar and spice and everything nice. They're not. This one typed, why you calling Facebook? Crazy Edit typed, are you okay? And then, of course, there's one of them hide user on this channel. Spammer. No, I'm not okay. I've been trying to get help for years. It's travel here, travel there, go there, buy this, buy that, get this, get that. Call this place, call that place, call this place, call that place. No, I'm not okay. I was calling Facebook because of all of the threats, harassment, and intimidation that they ignored. All of the abuse that I have endured for the last 5 years, Facebook has got it archived. I need access to it. That slander was used to have people harm me. That is why we're supposed to have a court of law. I've been victimized for 5 goddamn years over a crime I didn't even fucking commit. Sorry, crimes I didn't commit. Natalie Bollinger only accused me of one. She accused me of stalking her. And then her sister lied and claimed that I was threatening her and her family. She said that to Maddie Boa. Do you know why? Because Maddie Boa planned the fucking trip with us. Alicia was not going to get away with telling her that I stalked her when obviously Maddie Boa knew that that was bullshit. That's why Alicia lied to her and said that I threatened her and her family. And then what did Maddie Boa do? She went around to all of her little meth customers, spreading those rumors. That's why we have a court of law. So that when disabled people, or any of you for that matter, are abused for things that you didn't do, you can get help putting a stop to it. But the cops never bothered to talk to any of the witnesses. They didn't care about any of the witnesses. They didn't care about any of the abuse that I have endured. Much of that abuse was at their hands. Assisted suicide should be legal. I don't want you harmed. I just want you homeless. I want you to have to spend some nights out in the fucking cold. I want you to have to endure the things that your victims have to endure every goddamn day. I'm proud of every crime that I committed because every crime that I committed was in an attempt to save lives. Every fucking one of them. But they didn't lock me up for the crimes I committed. They repeatedly locked me up and then dropped the charges. When I was in Arapahoe County Jail, I was tortured mercilessly by the guards, physically and mentally. They abused me into submission, which they would not have been able to do if the judge wasn't crooked, if my public pretender wasn't crooked, and if I had somebody there in my fucking corner, in the goddamn courtroom. Now, these people who want to treat me like shit because I spoke out, They want to treat me like I'm a bad person because the things that they told me, I told you. Every time somebody told me that shit, I told them the same thing every time. You need to tell that to the police. Oh no, it's all right. It's all right. No, it's not fucking all right. This shit needs to be fucking documented. When Candace Bondurant was threatened and harassed on the internet and by the cops and her landlord, she took it out on me. So you guys keep blaming me for other people's decisions. You tell me that it's my fault that these people did these things to me. No, I'm not fucking okay. I need to get safely to my friend's house to hopefully get the help that I need. But with nobody willing to investigate because none of these people spoke up, I mean, how can they call themselves my friends when not one of them bothered to find out what was actually going on? They were all too busy telling me how to think and how to feel. Assisted suicide should be legal. All of you can speak out. Don't tell me you feel bad for me. Speak out. Not just on my channel once in a while. Actually speak out. Actually advocate for the two most abused groups in this country: the disabled and the homeless. But America don't care because homeless doesn't have black in its name. Disabled doesn't have black in its name. Homeless doesn't have women in its name. Your mistaken belief that whether or not someone can be a victim is based on their skin color and their gender is racist and sexist. But you can't get that through your head.